What is up, guys? My name is Mark Santamaria. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the RC vlog. You see that? I got a new chair. This is like the so this isn't the name brand awesome chair. The awesome chair is that DX Racer chair. It was like $500. I picked this one up off of Newegg. It's like $100. I think it was on sale for $100. But I hate to say it, but it's really not that comfortable. I mean, it looks really cool. I feel like I'm racing in a car or something, but the chair's not. It's not that comfortable. I'm not feeling it too much, but it looks cool. I was hoping to get a new chair. It would be like motivating me to build more kits, because I got a lot of kits to build. I gotta finish. The ET is done. Here's the ET, so you guys know I'm not lying to you. The ET is right here. It's done. The hold up on the ET right now is I'm waiting for a new motor. So in my area they run 10.5. 10.5. They call it 10.5 baby truck. But now it's 10.5 or 3800. So people are having some heat, not really heat issues, but they're having to put a fan on their motor to make sure that the engine's nice and cool, or the motor's nice and cool. But now that they opened it up to 3800s, I am going to run a 3800 4-pole, which I'm confident I'm not going to run into any heat issues with that. It's going to be a lot more robust, and I'm sure it's going to have a lot of crap ton of power. So I have the motor on order. It's on back order right now, but as soon as it comes in, I'm going to throw it in there. I just got off the phone with my painter. My bodies will be done. I say bodies because I've got bodies coming for this and all my other cars. My body's coming done with a new paint job. Not a new paint scheme, but new colors. It's going to be cool. I'm excited. And I'll be able to start racing baby truck, which I'm hoping to have my baby truck done. And maybe I'll have to run it with the 10.5 before the Pro Series race next weekend. So, with that said, Saturday morning, I really wanted to go up to Oklahoma. There's a Shaw Series race that, actually, a fun fact, I actually started that series way back in the day, and then since then it's completely taken off. The round one of the Shaw Series race, the Shaw Series was this weekend. It was today. They got some rain last night. It rained a lot yesterday. I was a little hesitant to load everything up, load the boys up, and then get out there and not race. And I will be breaking my rule. This is the weekend before the RC Pro Series race, and my rule is I spend that weekend with the boys, which it could have spent the weekend with the boys at the track, but instead we're going to go for a bike ride, go hang out with my sister and my nieces and nephews. So it's going to be kind of a family day today, but I really want to race bad. I got a package. I did have the purpose of this vlog, or what I really want to talk to you about on this vlog. Right now, the Dirt Nitro Challenge is going on, and I wanted to give you my 2 cents on Dirt Nitro Challenge. But before I do, I'm going to open a package I got. I got a package from Proline. This is a rare package from Proline. I say it's a rare package because I never order like this. This is a new thing for me to order. I've never ordered this from Proline before. You guys are going to see what it is, but this is a game changer, guys. This is a total game changer. So I'll show you what's in here. All right. So this weekend, or not this weekend, next weekend, RC Pro Series race in Thornhill in Hutto, Texas. I talked to that track's about 2.5 hours away from me. I've ran there before. I kind of have an idea of what tires to run, but I went ahead and called my team manager, Tyler Hooks. That's one of his, basically his home track. So I asked him what tires he was going to run. He gave me the shout out. So I went ahead and ordered them all. That way I'd have to, didn't have to worry about that. But why this package is so rare is, check this out. Pre-mounts, guys. Pre-mounts. I'm so excited about pre-mounts. So for the longest time, team drivers weren't allowed to order pre-mounts. They would order just wheels and tires. So the other thing is, a lot of the team guys, they like to do some crazy stuff with the phone, maybe tune with the tires, things like that. I guess I'm not that hardcore. So, I mean, I'm hardcore because I order a crap ton of tires, which is the sad part is I probably have these tires somewhere in my stock somewhere, but I ended up ordering them anyways because I don't have to mount them. I don't have to worry about a night this week that I'm going to mount them. I don't have to mount them at the race. I got pre-mounts. I'm so happy. I got pre-mounts. I got Thornhill S3 slide locks. Basically what Tyler told me is when it grews up, it's going to be like an S3 slide lock. Might want to run an M if they water at the beginning of the weekend. So I got S3 slide locks. Let me see. I got a whole bunch of stuff in here. S3 slide locks. I got M3 buckshots. Buckshots also work at Thornhill. I got M just in case they water. I also got M3 slide locks. Oh, M4 buckshots. What do you know about that? So I got M4 buckshots because at my local track at Indy RC World, if they water, sometimes they'll water on club race nights, and if they water and it's super cold, I feel like the M4 buckshot is the tire to run. I'm not the biggest fan of running like brand new awesome tires on club race night, only because it's a club race, but lately the club races at my local track have been hardcore. Like the last race, the top 5 people were less than a second apart. I mean, it was insane. So I really enjoy that kind of racing, and I want to make sure I have that little bit of edge when we do that kind of racing. So M3 buckshots. I don't even know all I ordered. M4 buckshot. M4 buckshots, M4 buckshots. M3 slide locks. This is for Thornhill. S3 slide locks for Thornhill. So these are my Thornhill tires for next weekend. And then these are my fun tires. So that was what was in that box. The cool thing that was in that box was pre-mounts. Big fan of pre-mounts. Pre-mounts, guys. The only thing I'm kind of curious about, I'm not too sure, which I guess I can open one and find out. Let's open one to find out. So what I'm curious about is, we'll do M3 buckshots. Let's do these slide locks. What I'm curious about is if they poke holes in them. So whenever I mount tires, I poke holes in the wheels and the tire. It might be overkill. I might not need to poke holes in the wheels and tire. I do it only because I've always done it, I guess. And then there was one race where I was talking to Ty while he was mounting tires, and he did that. So I was like, well, if he does it, it's good enough for me to do it. Did they put holes in them? So I don't see any holes in these. Oh yeah, there is holes. There are holes in them. They poke holes in the tires. Perfect. So now I don't have to worry about that. Nice. So Proline pre-mounts do have holes poked in them, so the water and air, which water shouldn't get in there if it's completely sealed, but the air can get out if the tire balloons. Yes, that's awesome. Nice. Oh man, you don't know how much stress this saves me, because I hate the stress of when am I gonna mount my tires? Anyways. Alright, on to what this vlog is actually gonna be about. So I get the question a lot, or I've gotten it a lot this week, on why I'm not at the Dirt Nitro Challenge. So first off, if you guys aren't sure what the Dirt Nitro Challenge is, the Dirt Nitro Challenge is by far the biggest race, RC race, I guess you could say ever in the world. It's probably not, it's probably just as prestigious as the Worlds. I guess the World's title will be cooler than Dirt, I don't know. I mean, it's really close. There's more people that go to the Dirt Nitro Challenge than any other race. It's a gigantic race. The talent pool at that race is just absolutely incredible. You'll see the Pro C main have world champions in. I mean, it is insane. So it's a gigantic race. It used to take place at a place called Fear Farm in Arizona. This year they moved it down Southern California somewhere. But it's like the mecca of all RC races. So I get asked a lot, why am I not there? Or, you know, what's the deal? So I've been twice. I think if you're an avid RC enthusiast or an avid RC racer or an RC enthusiast, you really need to go to that race at least once. I mean, that is if you have an RC race bucket list, that should be the very first one. It is absolutely incredible. Some of the most amazing friendships and most amazing things I've seen in RC were seen at that race. I remember the very first time I saw Ty Tessman race was at the Dirt Nitro Challenge, and my mind is still blown about this. He did two things that I've never seen done before. One was the very first time I went, they had it where I don't know if it was rained out. I don't remember if it was rained out or they had some technical issues, but we had one practice session for each class. So if you I ran 3 classes at that time. There was only one practice session. So it was one 10-minute practice session. And I remember like they basically run practice almost like qualifiers. They have that have it all sorted out because there's just not enough time for everyone to be practicing several times. But I remember watching Ty Tessman run. He put his truck on the track for the very first time. No one had run the track yet, or he hasn't ran it for sure. He puts it on the very first time, and he wasn't the only pro that did this. But I was watching Ty at the time because that was when he's still really hot, but that was when he was really hot, and that was the first time I saw him, so I wanted to watch his car. But I'm not joking. His very first lap on the track was perfect. I mean, downside everything perfect. Everything was absolutely perfect. It looked like he had been practicing on that track for years. His very first lap on the track. It was absolutely incredible. And I remember seeing that. Pretty much all the pros were like that, but his was like, wow. I remember seeing that, and I'm like, wow, this is like another level of craziness. And, at that time, there was our local fast guy. His name is Josh Glancy. He's just got so much talent. He could have, he's still pretty fast, I bet. He doesn't race as much anymore, but I remember seeing him. He was in the C main, and he just completely demolishes everyone in our area. That just kind of goes to show how much talent is at this race. I also saw this time where, I think this was in the main. I think it was the e-buggy main, and Ty had hit this, one of the jumps where it was kind of messed up, or, it rutted out. It was worn. So he kicked his car sideways, and most pros, when they would kick him sideways, they would level it back out. Well, it kicked it so sideways that I guess he couldn't level it back out. And instead of leveling it back out, he literally did a full barrel roll, landed, didn't lose any time, and just kept going. I was like, what how does your brain process that fast that, I'm not going to be able to turn this back, so let me turn it all the way around? He didn't lose any time. He was in the lead, kicked it up sideways. You thought he was going to bring it back down, but instead he does a full barrel roll and keeps going. I was like, wow. Absolutely insane. But, you see stuff like that at the Dirt Nitro Challenge. It's an awesome race. I made some great friendships out there. A lot of the friends that I have out on the East Coast, I met for the first time over there. It's a fun race. So, to the reason why I don't go. You need 5 days off to go to that race. At least 5 days off. Because, okay, so I think practice is Wednesday. I think practice is Wednesday. They race Wednesday. Maybe practice on Tuesday. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So you would need at least, basically you need Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Monday off to go to that race. That's 5 days off. I don't do this full time, guys. I don't race RC full time. I have a full time job, full time day job. I have those kind of days, and I've done it before. I've taken those days off. But if I'm going to take 5 days off, I'm going to go take my family to Disney World or something. There are RC races all over here. There's no reason for me to go to California to race RC as much as that would be fun. Right now, the age that my boys are in, my boys are 7 and 9. This is like the most fun age of all time. And I don't want those times and those years to pass by. I don't want to bring them to the race because maybe when they get a little bit older, but I don't want to bring them to the race right now. I think it would be kind of crazy. But I would just rather spend that time with the family if I'm going to take that time off. But if that's not the case, you're like, whenever I did go, my kids were still young, so they weren't at that age where we could just go do a whole bunch of cool, fun things. Like right now, they're at the age where they're like my friends, and it's like fun to hang out with them, right? So if you are in a situation where the kids aren't in a situation, PTO's in a situation, you have to go to that race. Absolutely amazing. I have more stories on the Dirt Nitro Challenge, but this vlog has actually ran pretty long already. But that's the reason why I don't go, guys. 5 days off, and if I'm gonna take 5 days, I'm gonna take it with the family at this point. Maybe when the boys get older, where they don't want to hang out with me anymore, I'll start going to that race again. It's always gonna be there. As my good friend Tyler Keel, the AE regional team manager in my area, he always says, if you take a break, because RC is always gonna be there, and it's true. RC is going to be there. So, hope you liked this vlog, guys. If you liked it, smash that like button. Subscribe to my channel, turn on the notification bell, and you guys will see me next time. Later, guys.